Good evening. Welcome on into the evening edition of From Day One. We'll start with our good friend Regical the Unhallowed Knight, giving us a sovereign citizen who crashes a trailer through a man's yard, yet the police supposedly, according to the Sov Cit, cannot legally tow it.
A dick fruit, huh, Harry Rod? Oh, let's see if he whistles.
I have a feeling he probably does.
Great. Did that. You did that. Yes. You posted it on Craigslist. You just told me you did. I posted it on YouTube. Okay, well, post it on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. I've also called a bunch of people, a bunch of scrappers and stuff like that. And I don't have the names off the top of my head, but if you want them, I can get them for you.
I don't need to get them.
You're asking. They're telling me it's going to cost more to get rid of the garbage on it than the trailer is worth. So what do I do?
I'm trying to give you suggestions.
Okay.
And instead of getting pissed off at me and upset with me and trying to record me thinking that you're going to get some malice answer out of me, I'm trying to give you suggestions.
Okay.
So post it to Craigslist, post it to Facebook Marketplace, free, Herbal Alert. Someone wants a trailer?
Did that.
You already told me you haven't. So those are the options that I'm trying to give you so you can be free of this in your yard.
So what we have here is a man who woke up and then found this trailer that crashed into his yard with all kinds of crap on it, and he wants the police to get rid of it. Unfortunately, that is not how this is gonna work, because if there's no identification on this thing in the form of a registration plate, or maybe inside the garbage pile there is some identification that they forgot is there, and you have not caught them in the act, there's nothing the police can do.
Is Sergeant,
Okay.
Oh, Sergeant,
Jacobson.
So I can't be entirely sure about this, but I'm pretty sure there's no sergeant. I mean, it's not uncommon that people don't know the name of the law.
Yeah, have you ever met a cop that's called Sergeant,
I don't get in trouble very often, so I don't.
Well, let me rephrase that. Have you ever met anybody who might be called,
Even those stupid sovereign citizens because they don't have one of those government names.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, folks, she's been hearing some of the episodes, and she's now trying to be a little facetious.
I didn't know about none of this shit until you had introduced me, and then it's a freaking wormhole.
Hey, at least I'm giving you the good shit and not the real world that you could go down and be real
I thought it
crazy.
was bad enough I learned about Karens. Now all this other extra shit.
Yeah, we might do Karen's tomorrow night.
Local sergeant, but it wouldn't really make a difference because the officers are doing the exact same the sergeant would do. They just gave you advice. This particular thing will go in a police report, but there's no identification, so their hands are tied. Your hands are tied. I'm afraid you're gonna have to bite the bullet, or maybe take their advice. There's probably someone out there who wants a free trailer with a missing wheel.
So going forward, since you told us earlier, since your live stream posted, and you need to wait for that to upload to YouTube, go ahead and wait when that video uploads and you have the messages, those threatening messages from that person that posted. Review those, and when that comes back on, let us know, okay?
Oh, so there's more to this story. You actually have threatening messages from someone that is threatening you. That was really strange to me in my mind somehow. Yeah, make sure you get those, screenshot that shit, and maybe get some personal information about that particular person and get the police involved, because that is going to be something fairly useful for what it is. It's more than you have now.
okay, cool. So what do I do with this?
I've already given you suggestions for that.
So this is my issue?
Yes.
Right now, we've already gone over before you started
So
recording.
your property.
Hitch, can we hook it up and drag it out on the road?
So before you started recording me, we had already gone over that multiple times.
Okay.
I've given you options, and I've given you the best that I can tell you, my best suggestions for all that.
Okay. So if I just... It's not my... Hey, get in the house!
Yeah, get in the house. We're talking to your neighbors. What was going on here? That was really strange. And random.
We've already gone over that multiple times.
Okay.
So those
So what are you legally gonna do to me if this thing ends up out in the road?
Well, since you've already told me multiple times that you were gonna drag it out in the roadway.
It's not my trailer. It's not my.
It's on your property, and it's a civil issue. There's not a. We didn't see who dropped it there. You don't know who dropped it there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's no title, there's no registration, there's no VIN number, there's no license plate.
It's not mine.
Okay. Well, I don't know who it belongs to. And therefore, I can't hold anybody legally responsible for that if I don't know who the owner is and no one saw it when it was dropped off here.
Okay, so if it's sitting out in the road, you still can't do that, right?
But you just told me that you were going to, so we would know who to talk to.
So because it's on my property, it's my problem.
Correct.
So how about if I drag it across the street and put it on their property?
That would be
Yeah,
you
you
intentionally
were
dropping
stupid
it onto their
and
property,
told us.
and that would be an issue.
This ain't mine.
But
Was
yeah,
we're done. Thank you.
If you'd have done it without calling us, then well, we would have just been down the road.
We gotta tow it away and get rid of it.
I can hear the frustration in your sigh there, but this is basically the deal. They don't know who did it, you don't know who did it. Maybe someone in the neighborhood saw something, maybe there's actual identification in the trash itself. Be sure you take precautions because you don't know what is in there. Shuffle it. I'm assuming, that's a more safe approach than digging through it with your hands. But as long as you can't identify who did this, it is indeed your problem. And that is a really shitty conclusion to this, but that is unfortunately the situation. Also, if you want to sue this particular person, of which you don't have the identity, let's say they come back and you catch them in the act. Ask them to identify themselves. If they don't, call the police. Make sure to record. Not to mention, if I recall correctly, you need the first name, last name, and current address of a particular person if you want to sue them. I might not be the biggest YouTuber around yet, but I can pull
you're
a lot
getting
more
there.
views than you, Mr. Jacobson. But I gotta say, I find it rather amusing. You probably don't want to take the advice of the officers. Instead, you want to make them do work and shit, which legally they can't do because they don't know who the property belongs to and they can't just, remove property. This is, like he said, a civil matter without any clues as to the identification of the person who did this. So make sure you don't whistle like a dick flute because then you would be designated as one. Bye-bye. Well, that was a bit of an odd video. Me giving advice
that
and
was.
shit.
Yeah, you don't give and shit usually. Things. That's what you do, not and shit. Alright, let's see if we can find another quick one to tack to that. Yeah, let's do that one. Alright. There we go. And we started on a guy just being pulled over.
Police stopped you for failing to stop, leaving a private drive, failing to signal, and no vehicle plate on the back of your vehicle.
For doing what now?
Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
For hold on now. What did you say that I did, and where was this at now exactly?
No problem. I'll explain it all to you.
Yeah.
So you failed to stop, leaving a private drive.
Where was that?
When you entered onto Michigan Avenue. You failed to signal when you turned onto Michigan Avenue from that
I failed
private
to stop. What are you talking about? I have to pull out slow and stop there to look.
You have to come to a complete stop. You failed to come to a complete stop. Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I am traveling home, and I did nothing wrong, and so
You did
I'd like to
everything
see on your
wrong.
camera or something, some
You also
proof of what you're
you also
talking
don't
about.
have a
Because there's
plate on the
nothing.
back of your vehicle, sir.
Sir, I am freely traveling, and I have
You're
the
not
right
anymore.
to freely travel.
You're not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're legally detained. So, do you have a driver's license?
So I'm being arrested and detained right now. Yeah, that is what it is, a roadside arrest right now.
No, it's a detainment.
How dumb do you have to be to not understand that the term arrest and detention are two different words with two very different meanings?
That dumb.
Arrest has a specific legal meaning, while detention is a less precise and much broader expression. Arrest.
Yeah. Detention. I'm here stuck listening to this Sov Cit. I am being detained. Arrest. I am going to jail and I'm going to sit behind bars on a concrete slab. Two different things.
There's one route by which someone can come to be detained, but not all people who are detained will be under arrest. If this was an arrest, then you wouldn't still be sat in your car. You would be getting acquainted with a nice pair of silver bracelets by now.
Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I've done nothing wrong.
You've done nothing right at this point.
Nothing wrong, and I'm freely traveling.
No, you're not.
You have a registration, proof of insurance, driver's license.
No, he's not going to stop asking for those. So you might as well just
I'll
provide
get
them.
you home pretty quick, as long as you provide the information I'm looking for, sir.
So is this some kind of weak intimidation tactic, or is he just waiting for that one brain cell left in his head to fire? Let me know down in the comments.
If that's the case, we're going to be here a while.
Right now,
we need your
can I
insurance.
get your name and badge number, please?
Sergeant Klein, 415.
Sergeant Klein, 415.
Yes, sir.
My apologies,
What authority
Sergeant Klein.
do you have to stop me while freely traveling down the road here?
Easy.
What is it? What?
Let me explain it to you again. I'll explain it again. In the state of Michigan, when you leave a private drive and entering a roadway, you have to come to a complete stop. You fail to. When you enter, let me finish. When you are turning onto a roadway, you have to signal. You fail to signal. When you travel on a Michigan roadway, you have to have a vehicle plate.
You failed.
Now, let me finish. There has been a number of constraints with the Secretary of State. If you don't have a vehicle registration, what I need is proof of an appointment, vehicle title, or bill of sale. Okay? These are all simple things.
Well, they are simple things for a normal, everyday person, but we are not dealing with a normal person here.
No,
we are
we're not.
dealing with someone who thinks they can drive on a public road without a license plate, and who obviously believes he cannot be held accountable for breaking simple rules of the road.
So if you have your driver's license,
So again, now a driver's license would be someone that's in the act of commerce, correct? Because your transportation code that you're discussing is someone that is in the act of commerce. Do you suspect me, Sergeant Klein, to be in the act of commerce currently?
sir, I just
Tell him
need
it
your
doesn't care.
driver's license.
So do you suspect me to be in the act of commerce currently? You already stated that
I want to go
freely
grab a Dr. Pepper
traveling,
from
sir.
McDonald's. You're keeping me from
Sir, you
it.
just stated that I am freely traveling. Now you're mixing
They only
things
charge
up
$1.
here.
So you're keeping me from giving my $1 for
How
my
can
Dr.
you
Pepper.
call anyone out for mixing things up when you've just tried to claim that driving is a commercial term only? If that was the case, then why do states offer both a commercial and non-commercial driver's license?
By the way, that reminds me, no, this is not sponsored by Dr. Pepper, but hey, Dr. Pepper, if you ever want to, I'd be more than happy to go on camera.
Not a good idea to get your legal terms from an outdated Black's Law dictionary. Oh, and at no point did this cop say you were freely travelling. You're just making things up now, or mixing things up.
Sir, I am not in the act of commerce. My vehicle
He's
is
not
not
in the act
used
of
for
having the
commerce.
brain.
Therefore, I do not need to do what you are requiring of me, sir.
Just look at how confident this guy is in his position, so much so that he would be willing to go to jail for it. They derive all this from the word employed, when the term employed simply means engaged in the activity of. It's kind of sad but funny at the same time.
I actually can get a county or state. I'm just out the city.
Please, sir, that's what you just said now. Is that I am traveling, which I am. I am free to travel, sir.
You are. I'm asking you politely, professionally. I am a police
You're getting
officer.
upset. I understand.
I'm not upset at all. Not upset at all. I need your
I
driver's
don't want you to
license.
escalate. I'm not trying to escalate anything.
I need your driver's license. I need your registration.
And do you suspect me of being a driver in the act of commerce currently?
I don't know what you're talking about. You
Right.
need a driver's license in the state of Michigan to operate a vehicle. If you don't have one,
Do you understand
then I
the
need some
code?
proof of
Then
insurance.
I'd like your superior, please, to to be here. I'd like to
Ain't
see.
happening. I'm
It's
it
not
tonight.
happening. You're it tonight.
I'm it tonight. You want to talk
You
to
have no lieutenant available.
No,
nothing?
you want to talk to him tomorrow morning? You can talk to him tomorrow morning. Right now, I need your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. If you don't have a form of identification, give me your name, and I can go that way.
Because you don't know. You know my name, Officer.
I know
Klein.
your name.
You know my name. Correct. So
Spell your last for me. Spell your last name for me. I don't know how you spell your name.
I know this cop probably doesn't know who or what he is dealing with here, but that little back and forth about the supervisor was handled perfectly. It kind of blew his script out of the water, so much so that it leaves him with no option but to give in and give his details. Bravo to that officer for knowing exactly how to deal with a Sov Cit without knowing what a Sov Cit is.
HEIKKILA.
Hold on. My pen doesn't work very well in the cold. HEI?
Yep. KKILA.
KKI. Sorry, sound of the road. What's your
Yes.
first name? Adam, right?
Correct. And what was your name and badge number one more time again?
Klein 415.
Klein
What's your middle name, sir?
415. My middle name?
Yes, sir.
M.
What's your middle name?
Mark.
Mo? M-O-E?
Mark.
Mark.
Let's take a deep breath, please, sir.
I can't hear because of the road.
Okay.
And you're not giving me any identification,
Okay.
which I saw in your wallet.
You didn't see anything in my wallet
Well, you're
because
sitting
you
here
haven't seen
putting it
anything.
on your phone. I did. I've sat here and watched you for 2 minutes. What's your date of birth?
Watch me for 2 minutes. You saw, yeah.
Yeah, well, you sat here and turned on your phone. You pulled out your cord. You pulled out your ID. You actually pulled it out, and then you put it back in. Yeah, you did.
I'm.
So I do like that this cop is calling this guy out on almost everything, but I don't like how he's letting him get away with not handing over his ID, which he knows he took out of and put back in his wallet. But on the other hand, it is fun to watch the pain on this guy's face as the officer slowly but surely drags his full name and date of birth out of him.
I'm not in the act of commerce, sir.
What's your date of birth?
So I'm not in the act of commerce, sir. Then get the sheriff deputy like you requested out here.
They're coming. Give me what's your date of birth?
Let's call Dart. Call the sheriff out here if you would.
What's your date of birth?
Can we do that? Can we call the sheriff?
What's your date of birth?
1/17/81.
1/17.
Sir, is this being recorded?
Yeah.
You have camera on?
Absolutely.
All right, you have camera on and you have
1/7.
audio recording as well.
Yes. 1/17/81.
1/17/81.
All right, sounds good. You got any documentation for the vehicle? Insurance? Registration?
Sir,
Title?
I am traveling down the road currently.
Mr. Michael, listen. The more you cooperate, the better this is going to go for you. Okay? I'm telling you right now.
He doesn't know how to do
Alright?
it.
The better you cooperate, the better this is going to go. Do you have insurance? Vehicle title? Registration? Anything for the vehicle?
Right now, sir, this is my vehicle. I am in this vehicle.
Do you have any weapons in the vehicle?
I have, sir, I do not consent to any searches or seizures or anything that's going on.
Do you have any
I don't need to answer. I don't want to answer any of your questions, sir.
Hang tight.
A few moments later.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Eichel, I'm just going to let you know what's going to happen, okay? Since you're not providing any information for your vehicle, I'm going to read your VIN number off your dashboard, okay? If I can't read that, then I'm going to open your door, and I'll let you know before I open your door and read the VIN on your door, okay? Just hang tight.
This is This is mine.
Okay. So, is it registered to you, or you just haven't transferred title yet, or what's the story?
This is mine.
Okay.
And I would register it if I was going to use it for commercial operation, like is required by law.
Okay.
And so I'm not using it for commercial operation. This is mine.
Okay.
Okay. That's.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. You keep talking about this.
I don't know. I'd like to sit down with you and let's talk about this and explain it, because I have a group that meets every week. I have a group that meets every week. Absolutely, man. I'm here every day still. Right, absolutely. And I'm telling you right now, man, I've got a group that we can sit down and go over all of these laws with, all right? I would love it. We are working hard to make sure that we educate and work hard to be free and self-covered, brother. Yeah.
Again, you are making stuff up. There is no law that says you only need to register your vehicle if it's being used for commercial activity only. The law in Chicago, which is where you are from or where this traffic stop is taking place, says your private motor vehicle has to be registered if you want to drive it on a public road. And that goes for the other 50 states too. The reason why this cop doesn't know what you are talking about is because you are lying, whether that's intentional or not.
I'm gonna get my water here. I'm not doing nothing. I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? I'm
telling you what I'm doing. I appreciate you telling me what you're doing. So listen, as long as you got insurance, it's in your name. I'm good with it. Okay?
I've got it, man.
So you're just making this more difficult by not providing any of this information. Okay?
Well, that's what sovereign citizens do best. They get a kick out of making life difficult, not only for themselves, but for everyone else around them, especially police officers. So, welcome to the world of sovereign citizens, I guess.
I have insurance.
Okay, but you're not willing to show me any of the documentation.
I have to pull it on my phone.
Do that for me. I'd love that. If you could do that, we can get going on the road. We're done. We're out of here.
So, just to be clear, that jump cut was from him, not me, to show his insurance on his phone and maybe his license.
Like I said, I will set up. I still got your email.
You got that going? You're still good? I just stopped until you were ready to get.
Yeah, no, that's good again. Yeah. Like I said, I would like to get together with you. We have a group, a common law group that has been meeting for several years, and we have gone through repeatedly on all these laws, and there is multiple Supreme Court rulings from around the country that talks about these things, and that's what we've been working towards.
Wait, no, I'm sorry, but your quote-unquote common law group have not repeatedly gone through any of those Supreme Court cases. I can guarantee that, because if you had read and understood them, then you wouldn't be trying to convince a cop on the side of the road that you have the right to drive a vehicle without a license and registration. You just wouldn't. So I hate to break this to you, but you and your group have wasted years of your life working towards something that will never happen. Sorry to be so blunt, but that's the reality of it.
So how about this? So normally I would say go get a plate on your vehicle. But tonight, since you got a lot more information you want to share with me, you got my email?
I'm pretty sure I still have your email.
Shoot me an email. We'll set up a time. I normally work night shift. I'm working tomorrow for a little short period of time. That's why I said tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll set up a time. We'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I know this cop is trying to be nice and all, but it's never a good idea to give a Sov Cit your email. He will waste your time and bombard you with cherry-picked Supreme Court cases and pseudo-legal nonsense from Sov Cit websites that have no basis in law.
Do yourself a favor. Do me a favor, all right?
Yeah.
I know you got your ID. I saw it. Just hand over your ID.
Yeah, I'm going to be dropping that here soon, too, so that's a whole nother...
I mean, what I'm saying is, this could have been way smoother. I got 2 other officers standing out here because of how you were just not willing to give any of the information you have. I'm not looking to violate anybody's rights. I'm not out here looking to get in a fight with you. Nothing. All right?
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me? Do you need anything from me? You
No.
know, business card or anything?
I got you on here as far as what it is. I'm okay with that. I got you. All right.
All right. You have a good night.
All right.
Okay?
I will be in touch, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, fairly well.
So yeah, that's where this one ends, without even a slap on the wrist and a promise to stay in contact, which I am sure this officer will soon regret. Why do cops keep letting Sov Cit get away with refusing to ID and driving around without plates? And what happened to the failure to stop leaving a driveway and failing to signal infractions? Do they come by post, or did he just forget why he stopped him? Anyway, guys, please let me know what you think about this one in the comments, and I really do hope.
Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day. Alright, and that will bring the evening session to a close here on From Day 1. As always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Helping us get to 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. So those presents can get sent out to everybody, and Google will put us on the algorithms. Till tomorrow, thanks for watching From Day 1. Have the best of nights, and we'll see everybody bright and early tomorrow.